Dear friends, I have been asked to say a few words about myself and my vocation. My name is Fr.Isaac. I was born on 12th August 1936 at Anikada in Kottayam district, Kerala. My parents were Abraham and Anna Mattapillil. As a young boy, I studied in Anikada. For my middle school, I went to Mandanam, which was conducted by the Carmelite Fathers St. Joseph School. For high school, I came back home and I was put in St. Mary's School, Kadangur. It is 6.5 miles from my house with a stream and a river in between. So I had to walk to the school 6.5 miles and back again. After completing my high school, I got admission in Tirupattur and there I reached in 1951. In 1954, I went to the novitiate. It was at Yerkod in Tamil Nadu. For my philosophy, I went to Kotagiri, also in Tamil Nadu. After philosophy, I was asked to do studies, BA Honours. I went to the Loyola College, Chennai, under the guidance of the Jesuits. It was a 3-year course. After finishing that, I was sent to Don Bosco School, Egmore, for my practical training. Then I went to Shillong for my theologate. But very soon, we had to leave Shillong and go to the south because of the Chinese aggression. So I continued and completed my theological studies at Kotagiri. I was ordained on 29th January 1966. After this, I was sent to study B.Ed in St. Xavier's College, Mumbai, also under the Jesuits. So I can say I am a Jesuit product. After B.Ed, I was sent to Don Bosco School, Lonavala, 1967 to 73. I was counselor there. Then I applied to come to the missions and I came to Xavier Juniorate in 1973. In 1980, I got transferred to Maligaon. Then I became vice provincial when the province was divided. And in 1986, I became novice master. In 1993, I was transferred to Bosco Mount as councillor and vice rector. In 1996, my father died. When I came back after that, I was behaving strangely and I was sent down to Guwahati. There, a mental doctor treated me. I was in Botaku clinic. Actually, I was in delirium for 4 days. After this, I spent over a month in Maligaon for recovery, and after that I was sent to Shillong. I was in Shillong from 1996 to 2004. From Shillong, I went to Haflong. From Haflong to Bosco, then to Rambrai. And in September 2006, in September 2006, I went to Rambrai. There, I got typhoid and I was treated. After my treatment, I was sent to Don Bosco, Tura. There I was counselor and rector. But after space of about 1.5 years, I was transferred to Tripura, to Bishanganj. From Bishanganj, I went to Mariam Nagar to Bajalpari, and now I am in Karma. I came to Bishanganj in 2008. This is, in short, my life history. Regarding my vocation, when I was 2.5 years old, my auntie, mother's sister, Kunyamma, she took me and went to my mother's house. She took me there. She looked after me as my own mother, and she also taught me the alphabet, numbers and so on. When the time came for my schooling, they said, there's no need to put him in class 1, just put him in class 2. There was a dance teacher. Probably I got frightened of him and I started crying. Since he could not stop me from crying, he asked one of the students there to accompany me to my auntie. She was teaching in class 3. She told me sit down, and I was promoted to class 3. Later, this auntie left home for Kozhikode to become a sister. I remember the scene. There was one of the bystanders who said, why should she go so far away? She could have served God even remaining here at home. But in my heart, I felt she was right. And her going made a deep impression on me. Another factor was this. One day, I was traveling with my father and mother. I don't remember where exactly we were going. At that moment, my father mentioned, he said like this, if one of my sons were to become a priest, I would be very happy. This also made an impression on me. And when I finished my high school, after I made application to 3 places, to the Claretians, to the Salesians and the Carmelites, my father was really interested in my becoming a Carmelite. Because many of his uncles were Carmelites. So he sent me to one of his uncles, Father Romeo Thomas. He was then editor of Deepika in Kottayam, Kerala. I spent the evening there and he spoke to me. He also told me, you are supposed to deposit a dowry. but then I can arrange the congregation to put the dowry so that your father need not be troubled. I know he is finding difficult with finances. Anyway, I returned home. When I got the letter from Tirupattur, it was written there, requirements. Among them, there was 6 pairs of short pants for games. When I saw this, I decided I don't need to go anywhere else. If I can play games and also become a priest, I think that is the best place for me. That's how I chose to become a Salesian. Then, when I was in Ranavla, there was an appeal from the rector major. Once I wrote offering myself to come to the missions. That did not reach the rector major. It was blocked by the provincial. He told me, we need people here also to work. Later, in 1972, once again there was the appeal, because more missionaries were being asked to leave India. Then when the mission superior came, I told him what happened with the previous application. So he told me, write direct to the rector major. So I wrote. And my provincial saw the letter when he came for the celebrations to Shillong. The mission superior showed him my letter. Of course, he was a bit disturbed. When he came back, he asked me, what shall I do? Whom shall I put? There was while P.N. Thomas was completing his M.Ed. I told him he'll be okay. So he was put in my place. Actually, he did very well. Later on, he was made a member of the provincial council and he became also principal of Don Bosco School, Matunga, one of the prestigious schools of the province. This is about my vocation, choosing the Salesian life and also choosing the missions. What I would like to tell the young people is that there are many distractions nowadays. There's a mobile, there are drugs, sex, and videos, all of which are tending to take young people away from God. Try to steer clear of these and keep your goal fixed. You must have a goal in front of you. And if you want to reach the goal, to complete your studies, you need to concentrate on your studies and work hard. You have to set aside all these distractions. This is what I would like to tell the young people. And a message for the young students who are studying to become Salesians and priests, pre-novices, novices, and so on. What I would like to say is this: try to concentrate on the charism of Don Bosco. The charism of Don Bosco is to be with young people, especially the poor. And what do I admire in Don Bosco? In Don Bosco, I admire 3 things I can say. First is his detachment from money. As a boy, Father Caloso, who looked after him nicely for some time, left some money for him in his safe, gave him the key, made signs. He could not speak. He made signs to say that the money was meant for him. There was enough money for him to become a priest, all the expenses. But then, when Father Caloso's relatives were looking for the key and asked him, Johnny Bosco, just handed over the key without any further complaint or problem. So second thing is his trust in divine providence. He trusted. And in his various activities, we find this trust always. Especially we find Don Bosco starting the Basilica of Mary Help of Christians with just 6 soldi in his hand, not even 1 full lire. That is how he started the construction of the Basilica of Mary Help of Christians. Another thing I admire in him is his love for the poor boys. We know after his ordination, he was appointed chaplain to the girls of the hostel conducted by, I forget the name now, the name may come afterwards. And while he was looking after the hostel of the girls, the owner, she presented an alternative to Don Bosco because he was bringing the poor boys and that had become a kind of disturbance for the establishment. So she told him, you'll have to choose. Either you choose my girls or you choose your boys, your vagabonds. Give me an answer within a month. But Don Bosco told her, I don't need a month to answer. You have got money, you can get another chaplain without any difficulty. But these boys, unless I look after them, there will be nobody to care for them. So Marshal Barolo, that was her name, she understood. She wanted him to quit immediately, but then he said, that is not nice, let's take a little time. And later, we can say DM of the city, Kabur, he called Don Bosco and he told him, look, your meetings with the boys, that is becoming dangerous. I cannot allow you to carry on. Then Don Bosco told him, I am only teaching catechism. There is nothing political about it. And the Marquis told him, listen, I have enough proof to say that your assemblies are dangerous. So I will have to ask you to stop. Then Don Bosco asked, you want me to stop teaching catechism? And Kabur got angry. He said, you are arguing with me? If you don't, I will have to take serious steps against you. Don Bosco told him, I am doing it with the permission of the Archbishop. Oh, if the Archbishop tells you will stop? Yes, I will stop. That was how that conversation ended. Don Bosco was not ready to give up his voice. And then, what happens? He is told to quit the Philippi field. And he does not know where to collect the voice. And his friends told him, look, let's do like this. Let's give them 20, 24 boys and send the others away. God will show us at the correct time how to deal with it. Then Don Bosco said, no, I don't need to wait for correct time. There's already the place, spacious fields, nice building, nice church. It's already there. Where? It is there. I don't know where, but it is there. So they began to tell among themselves, he is gone mad. And we know, 2 monsignors came one day with a vehicle, the chariot, to take him to the asylum. Don Bosco guessed from their conversation, from the questions they put and the looks they exchanged, that they were planning to take him to the asylum. So he told them, first get inside, I'll follow you. And as soon as they got inside, he shut the door and told the driver, go to the asylum. So he was ready to be considered a madman because he loved the boys so much, the poor boys. And this should be our love. This is my recommendation to the young people who are proceeding towards Salesian life and to priesthood. Let us love the poor youth whom Don Bosco loved. And certainly, God will bless us, God will bless your vocation, and may God be with you all. Thank you. God bless you.